Some people were not happy about my cross here. It's a bit of a joke about the red cross. So for anyone who doesn't know, you're not allowed to use the red cross logo for anything. That's what they say anyway, because they don't want people, you know, like using it for bad things or whatever. So I did it as a like an X cross rather than a plus cross, but it is obviously a lot more noticeable and recognizable as a more like a plus vertical cross. So here's like more of a crossy cross, I guess. Medical cross. Could also be a green cross. I don't know what nice green is here. I'm gonna leave this one somewhere because I like this X just as a bit of pixel art, I guess. And in case I want to use it somewhere else, I'll just stick it to the roof here. So in here we've got medical bay. I don't remember if I showed this at all, but it's 4 medical beds and then 9 seats. You should be able to put a lot of passengers in here. And then somewhere in here we've got to do a door. Above this is going to be some kind of office or something. And what I need is for like this area to become a door, but I need this yellow line to kind of block off where this door can go to. I was thinking it would be like this if I chuck a rail in here, because I don't want people, you know, you don't want people coming onto the boat and then stepping out into this cargo space if there were vehicles driving around. I'm going to put the yellow line on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's weird how it doesn't line up. It's because of these angled pieces, because they're only 4 long, so that they have the same kind of visual look as the 5 long on the grid. So here I'm going to wrap around, and then it'll go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and the gaps 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just here I need to have a 4 long rail. Kind of annoying. Very annoying actually. And then below the stairs I don't really need anything. So I might change over to the diagonal and just go straight up to that wall. I don't want to rail off too much because then it limits how much, like what width. It limits the total width of things that you can put in here. What I'll do is we'll have the yellow line at the edge of the rails, and then yellow is where you can walk. What do we say? Like, make it say like look, something like that. Or maybe that should be in white and this will be in yellow. There you go. So before you step out, look both ways. Down the sides I don't mind having rails. Like once it gets into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there. And then we've got some breaks in between rails all the way down the side. So it's kind of like this area where if you're working on this floor, you go and stand behind the rails when you're, you know, not needed, or if a vehicle's passing by, you know, you've got somewhere safe that you can go. And then I think for the corners here, we need to probably I'm gonna have to do them in 2 paint blocks because otherwise they get real fat. See, that's just a really fat piece of corner there. So I think I'll just pick one side, and then it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, I think. Maybe not, maybe it was 5, maybe it was 3. So there's a nice diagonal line. And I should just be able to copy a bunch of this and use it on all these other sections. Well, anywhere that there's a diagonal line. I'm going to leave this big gap over here because all the numbers are getting real cooked coming down here. So it's going to blend in a lot nicer if there's just a big gap. And then this just goes across. Is it this just this button that doesn't work? No? What? I thought that didn't work. Anyway, So I've put the yellow line down and it's it's all munched. Why is it like that? Anyway, it's like just around the edges of where you would go. I might get rid of this internal yellow line. And the cross, yeah, I'll get rid of those. I've just fixed up all my lines, but it's so dark in here. I need to get some lights. And essentially I'm using this yellow to let vehicle operators know there is a rail here, don't drive into it. And then inside of the line, we're telling pedestrians to look both ways before they step out into this area. So rather than marking all the walking zones, we're just marking the separation between walking and driving or vehicle zone. So yeah, lights. I know a really cool way to do it. I think I might have a file already set for this. This is a heater light, so it's just a stretched heater. So it looks like that kind of like neon tube, but it's got two RGB lights hidden in behind it. So that would be inside the floor or the roof. We'll try this. I don't know how bright this is though, that's the thing. But I might be able to hide some spotlights in there as well. The door needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11. It'd be about there. And then I think we go across 15 is probably good. So that'd be like your main lighting throughout this whole thing. I might push them out to 17 instead of 15, or even 21. 21's real far over this though. 19. What I think I'm gonna have to do is figure out the middle of each section. So let's say I've got this set and then I come down, probably 21 is a good amount. And the next one, another 21. In by the breaker, I'll put a push button, I think. Cargo bay light. I'm just setting it up to test right now, so when you press number 1, it'll toggle on number 2, which will turn on that indicator light. I might actually make it so it's off by default and then turns on when you turn the lights on, so that you can find the lights by using that indicator light. And then that's going to send a number 1 into channel 3 on the HSV, which is like full value, so it'll just be a pure bright white light. That'll go into there, that'll go into there, and this. I should have set all these lights to HSV before I did this. Will it work? It's actually lit it up really well. The glow is super weird and I don't like it. The amount of lights and the placement seems very good though. I just need something better. Something that looks more like a light. We could stretch the light so that it's like quite a long light. There's nothing that's gonna help it look like a light, you know. I do feel a bit like I have to just give up on that. The amount of light that I'm getting from that is good. And having these XML heaters isn't doing anything useful. It's just adding another physics shape. I think it is actually going to add physics shapes where all the lights are anyway. I'm going to move them along so that there's only one light in every section. Yeah, that's a lot of light, eh? It's not bad at nighttime either. I think what I'll do is add some, maybe some little red lights around the bottom for where you're walking. And we'll have to put some special lights on the doors. And then all the rooms will get their own individual lights. Actually quite spooky. Cool. Look, Rook. What have I done? Look. I think that's good. Look. Most of them seem to be correct. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Because otherwise you end up with heaps of lines going everywhere. What should I put in this front area here? I can turn this into something. We've got medical on one side. Oh yeah, I need that door. But yeah, what can go in there? Basically all of this front section is just, I've got no plan for that. I'm gonna probably stop the walkway here and just have it like wrap back around. I don't think there's any need for it to carry on. But yeah. Back to what I need to do. I need a rescue door in the side. A rescue door. This is a sealed area, which makes it really difficult. So like, see how this one comes up to here? I kind of have to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of have to have some kind of rail here. Maybe something like that. Because what I'm thinking is, what if I have this whole side open? That's 9, so I could, yeah, I probably need to keep something in the top. And it's not very long either. Depends how deep it sits in the water for this. So these pivots will rotate this section out. And on this section, there will be a rail that goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to make that 5? The longer I make this platform, the shorter my ramp can be. Oh, it's like perfect. Just depends if this is even long enough to be useful. This isn't really a rescue vessel, so I don't really care about having a rescue zone on it. So yeah, you would be able to pivot this out and then chuck that down. But see, this is the full length you get from it. You wouldn't want this ramp to be very steep. There's got to be a way to do that and do it really well. So what if I put it on the other side where this is? Because I can bring this wall way back to up here, so it starts here and then it's like twice as long. The only issue then is that you need to like ferry people across to here. So I think on this side I won't have this type, which means I can get rid of this. Put in like a smaller door, and then on this side I'll go, can probably put in a nice curve here, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now see, all my walkways are like 5 wide, but this one would only be 3 wide if I did it 5. I need to shuffle that down, make it a bit wider, and now it can just be completely 5 wide, same as everything else. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. So I don't actually need anything on that one there. See how I go with just using blocks, you know, like blocks on blocks. Usually not a good idea, but I don't want to put too many wedges in here because on the outside it'll look real strange. Okay, so that's the main ramp. Next thing I need is some kind of clearance for this top section. I'll put a door in here as well, I think, so that there's like something behind here, but obviously like through a hallway and then up over some junk and kind of in a weird situation. And then I think in here I also probably need another rail. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, cool. There's a little weird gap in here, so I reckon I'll need to put something in between where this path walkway ends and where this rail begins. And then I will need a control station probably in here. Okay, so for controls, it can like open and close. So open and close just lifts the pivots up and down like 0 to 1. Huh, it's only like 2 actions really. Open and close, flip switch, and then number 2 is raise ramp, which should be an arrow button, push. Number 3 will be, I don't know, it can be like maybe it could be an output for the angle, but then we have lower ramp. The other thing is like, probably want to put lights and stuff on here, so I can put, yeah, I'll put these instrument panels back in here, but I don't know what to put in here. I'm going to give it a min-max of 0.7 so that it can't angle up way crazy high, like it can't go straight up vertical. And I'm going to let it go up and down. So if you need it to go up to meet a dock, it can. And then if you need it to go down to get into the water or meet a very low rib or something, it can do that as well. Okay, and then this goes to this one. I'm getting ahead of myself here. The ramp panel doesn't need an output right now because I'm not chaining it. And then what I'm going to do in here is use a NOT gate. So when you press 1, which is the toggle it on, it's going to count up. I don't know if that's the right way. And this is going to increment 001, which is the same increment as this, 0.001. So when 1 is not being pressed, count down. The clamp will stop it at 0. 1 will be the max, and then that connects to that. Okay. Open close pivots is these two, and also these two. Then ramp is this one and this one. And then I don't have anything for there yet, so I'll just add a little constant number. Dash rotation. Give it the old 0.5. It looks like a real messy thing over here, and it's going the wrong way. Oh no, my vehicle file size has already hit 10 meg. That's not good. Okay, so I hit this button. Why did nothing work? It might already be closed. No, these should be trying to move. Rotation target 0, so they're not moving at all. I wonder if the value is too low for it to count, or it's not connected. Yeah, not connected is way more likely for me. Okay, this button. There you go. The top pivot is coming in the wrong way. It needs to go out. So that top piece needs to move out of the way so that the rails can clear it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure they would get clipped on it. So now we're all happy and out, and then down doesn't go down and up doesn't go up. Oh, actually with this rail here, we can't go up. And also with this thing in top, we can't go up either. It'll have to be 0. Well, there's lots of crazy stuff I could do. Like the top thing could fold up in. There is a reset value coming off this, which should be coming off that, which I mean, probably not, shouldn't be doing anything. So the reset value is overriding everything and stopping it from going up and down. The reset should happen so that when the door is closed, it automatically, like when the toggle is off, it automatically brings the ramp back up. If I get rid of this rail on the inside, then I can get rid of this other rail. And it'd be probably a good idea to put the controls here so that you can kind of see what's going on. That's actually pretty cool. And it's a nice angle even when it's fully on the ground. And then if I hit, this is gonna break. Whoa, ooh, okay. I thought it was gonna be way slower, but because it's a reset, it resets to 0 immediately. It's got jammed on the top, so we'd need to delay that. Then, of course, we need a door within the door because this wouldn't work. Oh, huh? What? Have I done this wrong? I've done it wrong. How much of this do I need? Like, what's got to merge in with what? This is going to merge to that. No. I'm going to try and hold it in place with just pivots on this side, with hard points on this side. Do I even need anything on this side then? This boat isn't a search and rescue vessel, so having a medical thing on it at all is more like if someone got run over in the cargo bay, or you know, if something bad happened like that. Is it working? What's going on? Oh no. I want to recap the last couple of things I did, including from last-ish episode. So I'm going to turn my lights on and open this door. Open this door. I've got some pallets and my uranium container in here. put the ramp down and send it out. And then this one over here, we can go open and close. I think that's opening okay. It'd be good if I had a way to get rid of this wall so that I can just put a straight rail down there. It would mean getting rid of this rail, which doesn't really matter because it's up against the side of the ship. Look at that. That's very cool. I do like that a lot. So that would let you get on and off any boats, in and out of the water, no problems. It's going to sit a lot deeper in the water, so that will be pretty good, I think. And then if I bring that up, I should be able to close it. It's a little bit janky, and I think it's just because it's like subgrids on subgrids on subgrids on subgrids. I hope this delayed. It did not look like it delayed. It did not. I don't know. I can goof around with that and figure it out. The lighting is pretty good. It is obviously a lot of lights, and it might be good to have a way to turn some of them on and some of them off. This feels like it's just like a door exhibition. These are all the different types of doors you could have. And I put a crisscross of tracks on here just so I could see how this stuff would connect. Hopefully it just snaps on if I get it kind of close. Yeah, so that's... here's the problem. With a crisscross, you can't pick which way you're going. I don't think I even accounted for that. Yeah, I just have grippers. You just have to like release it and start pushing it across a different way. Like start pushing it this way. Turn those back on and then hope it grips back on. Yeah, but then it just grips onto the other way. So it can slide neither way because the grippers are gripping on both directions. So that's no good. And that's even worse for containers because I really wanted you to be able to put the container in this way, like sideways, and then push it down. This might snap onto this piece of track. Yeah. Like that would be the idea. So you can slide containers around and then turn the brakes on, stop them where you need them to be. But as soon as it touches those other tracks, we're screwed. There's not going to be any tracks going lengthways. It's going to have to be a gantry crane that can move containers into position. This yellow line and the look markings, I really like that. It's nice and simple. There's a lot of gaps, so you can pretty easily just like duck in and out. Big gap over here. So many ramps and doors and holes in it now. Do you think I should keep this side ramp, or is that maybe too much or not the right kind of ramp? I think the side door for the containers is really good. Makes sense for this kind of vessel. But I don't know about this side ramp. And it's got to have that weird cutout, that wall, for it to fold back up into. If I put it up even higher, it would be totally above the player's head, and that might work. And then you would just have a longer walkway, and it would be totally... it'd be way off, way further away from the side of the ship. Right now it's directly beside it, and I think that's a good place for it to be. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.